Hello everyone, I'm back with another read aloud. Today I'm reading After the Fall, written and illustrated by Dan Santat. And I'm able to read this to you today thanks to the kind permissions of Roaring Book Press. So thank you Roaring Book Press and thank you Dan Santat for allowing me to read this to you today. So if you are familiar with the nursery rhyme Humpty Dumpty, parts of this book you may recognize. So it's a little bit about after he falls and what happens after he falls. And there's an important lesson in this book, and it's a lesson that everyone, adults included, can benefit from. So I hope you enjoy the story, and I hope you can pick out and identify the lesson in this book. So after the fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favourite spot, high up on a wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. This says, Kings County Hospital. Fortunately, all the King's men managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. I wonder what parts of him couldn't be healed. After that day, I became afraid of heights. That's unfortunate because he enjoys spending time close to the birds, right? I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favourite things. He doesn't want to climb the ladder. I walked past the wall every day and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being up high above the city. But I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. You can see he's watching this little paper airplane fly by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day I kept trying and trying. He looks a little frustrated here. He's got his fist clenched on the table and his head in despair, and look, all his attempts at the paper airplanes are all by the side here. Until I got it just right. Oh, it's beautiful. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. Uh-oh. They always do. It looks like his paper airplane is flying up, maybe over the wall. I almost walked away again. But then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided that I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one at a time, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. He's finally back on the top of his wall. Look how excited and proud he feels. He's got his arms in the air triumphantly. Maybe now you won't think of me as the egg who was famous for falling. Crack. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. And learned how to fly. The end. Did you spot the lesson? I think sometimes when something unfortunate happens, it's difficult to try again and to continue to do that, especially if you have felt some pain around it. Pain physically or pain mentally. So the story's a good lesson about, trying to not let our fears overcome us. So I hope you enjoyed After the Fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. And I hope the next time you fall, that you can get back up again. Have a great day.